In this video, I'd like to talk about the math question of the day for March 13th, 2023. And with this problem, we have a radical expression and we're squaring it. So to answer a question like this, you will typically need the tools of Algebra 1, though this might be taught in an Algebra 2 class depending where you go to school. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, see if you can work through this on your own, and when you're ready, unpause the video and we can go through this together. Now, assuming that you have attempted the problem, let's start going through it together. And if you do have suggestions for future questions of the day, feel free to leave those as a comment. Now, to solve this type of problem, we have this expression and we're squaring it. And we want to be careful. When squaring some binomial, the most common mistake that students make is that they square this first term and then they add it to the second term squared. But that's not what it means to square something. We don't distribute this square to both of these terms. If we have, let's say, x plus a and we square it, we need to take this quantity and multiply it by itself twice. Since that's what it means to square something, we just multiply whatever this is 2 times. So we rewrite this as x plus a multiplied by x plus a, and then we distribute, and when we do that, we would get x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. And if we had just squared x and a, so this is not equal to x squared plus a squared, notice we lose out on this middle term right here. So that is a very common mistake that students make, so be careful of that. But let's start by just rewriting this. We have 6 root 2 plus 2, and we're squaring it, so we are multiplying it by itself, and we can just use distribution like we would do here. So the 6 root 2 will multiply to both, and the 2 will multiply to both, so that we get 6 root 2 multiplied by 6 root 2. Well, the 6's multiply together to give us 36, and root 2 multiplied by root 2, we essentially have root 2 squared. The square and the square root cancel each other out, and we just get back 2. So we have 36 multiplied by 2 then. Though if you want, you can write this out more explicitly. We have 6 root 2 multiplied by 6 root 2 and work through it that way, but it will end up being 72. Then we do 6 root 2 times 2, which is 12 root 2, and we have another 12 root 2 since we do 2 times 6 root 2 again. So 12 root 2, we'll add that. And then we do 2 times 2, which we know is 4. And at this point, we can combine like terms and simplify. We know these are like terms since they both have that square root of 2. We have 12 root 2's, and we're adding 12 more, so that will give us 24 root 2's. We know this is 72. We're going to add 4 to that, so we get 76. And like I mentioned, we get 24 square roots of 2. So this right here will be our final answer.